Yo, this is Alfie from the clouds. I always get this question, and I don't like the question at all. And I sometimes try to answer the question, and sometimes I just give advice on the question. And you might be wondering, what is the question? Well, the question is, when is it time for a player to settle down? Like, I know y'all probably wanting to know what I would say about that. But I'm eating the lobster tail right now. Um, See, the thing is, it's like, so, like for me, I'm older, did a lot of things. So I don't be finding women that interesting to me. I find sex interesting, but not necessarily women as a whole. Maybe they're individual ones, but in most case scenarios, I end up in situations I don't want to be in, or women who in love with me or in relationship with me, but I'm not feeling the same way about them, or having to coddle and spend time with somebody because I don't want to feel bad off of, whatever. Having to lead most of the interactions and doing the most and motivating, like in man-woman relationships. I mean, I get it. We'll say that the man is a leader. That's cool, but even still, I'm still usually the one that's holding shit above water. And I'm usually doing more of the motivating than me being motivated. But for you, you may be in a situation where maybe you've been married since you were 20, and maybe you got divorced at 40. On the red pill, you can go and you can be a player for life. And the B pill, you can go find some. But see, I don't know how you feel though. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta start learning how to like use your own discernment and self-awareness, and stop trying to like ask questions so that way you can avoid pain and being hurt. You know, if I was a porn star and I wanted to settle down at 28, you would understand. You see how it changes things. If I'm a regular guy who works at Walmart and I say I'm 28 years old and I say I want to settle down, the first response would be is like, "Oh, you ain't lived enough life yet." See, that's not really accurate, because if I say I was a porn star, you'll understand it, because see the connections you make. I don't even have to say it, and it's already. That's how it goes, bro. You just know that what you think that you're saying right now today, like, oh, this is how I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be poly. I'm gonna be married. I'm gonna be single. I'm gonna have, and then you'll even be like, I know myself. Like that sounds good, but I know myself too, and I done changed my mind a few times. You gotta be okay with that shit, bro. I swear I've been in a committed relationship and ended up being in a relationship. Is it because I lied to myself? No, I meant exactly what I said, but um, I felt different. You change your mind. I remember points in my life where I was like really wanting to be a dad, to the point where you couldn't convince me otherwise, that I would not be. You couldn't convince me that I wouldn't be satisfied without having a kid in the family, especially pushing 50. Here I am, satisfied without having a kid in the family. You know? So, Stop trying to avoid pain and shit. You gotta live by your own terms. Let me give another example. If you're a person who said this to me, don't think, oh, he's talking about me. I'm not talking about you. A hell of people say this, not only you or whoever think that I'm talking about them. A hell of people say this. Right. Because you hella lucky we ain't got no kids. Hell of annoying, bro. I don't have unprotected sex. I set my life up a long time ago. Not that it's even complete now, but I'm still doing a variation of what I want to do. So, and shrimp too, that was good. Lobster and shrimp, never go wrong. So anyway, I set my life up to where I can be comfortable, dressed, because I'm not a suit guy. It's just not me. Travel, have freedom. It's not based off luck. It's based on my plan and structure that I had for myself, saying that I'm going to plan my life so I can do these things. And that's what I'm doing. But people will swear it's luck. It's not luck because I'm responsible and you not. Basically. Why I gotta be lucky? How come I can't be living the life that I want to live? Essentially, like I just said, obviously I want more of everything, but you know, I'm not just out here shooting up clubs and for whatever reason I ain't getting nobody pregnant. It's because I protect myself. I'm not. How come you ain't never been married? No. How come? Because I didn't never want to get married. See, that's what I'm saying, like the difference, right? I'll tell cats, like, don't get married and shit. But you got to also understand, and if you were married, I mean, that's up to you. That's whatever. But the point is I ain't never wanted to get married in the first place. That's a totally different mindset and stance from majority, because majority guys who say they don't want to get married, I'm not talking about guys that got on this internet wave since 2020. Not that. I'm talking about for real. Usually they've been guys that have been hurt and scorned, and that's why you don't trust no more, and that's the reason why you do it. But I didn't come from that. I didn't come from a mother and father in my household to desire it or see the value of it. I learned the value of it later on in life, but you know, I just grew up different. You know, I've had conversations with people about holidays, like, oh shit, Thanksgiving coming up. How many houses you going up to? Shit, I don't know, maybe none. One max. Or New Year's, what you got planned? Shit, I be going to bed on purpose. I used to be falling asleep. Now I be going to bed, and it's just like I don't really value that shit. I don't value going out. I don't value drinking and partying. So when it's New Year's, it's not an exciting thing that I get to do that or more of that on a particular day when I don't want to do that on no normal days. See what I'm saying? And that's not to say that I'm better than you. We just different. And maybe me and you, the listener, maybe we feel the exact same thing about the exact same things, but the only difference is we on different time. I'm at a different point in my life and you at a different point in your life. And I may get to where you're at, and I may get to where you may get to where I'm at, and I may get to where you're at. We're talking about mentally. So, when is it time for a player to hang it up? When you desire to, bro. Not because of your age, not because, oh, I'm 30. That's what I thought. I thought when I turned 30 that it was time for me to settle down. That shit didn't make no sense. I didn't get nothing out of it. I didn't get married. I didn't settle down. You know what I'm saying? So you see how much value I put on some shit that it didn't even happen. I'd start when I turned 30. I thought I had to start dressing conservative and being more professional and all of that, and it didn't make me happy. I didn't have no family out of it. It was just a point in my life that's how I was feeling, and now I feel differently. And it ain't because I got out of a divorce. It ain't because some girl done broke my heart either. You know what I'm saying? A woman didn't break up with me. I broke up with women, to be honest with you, because even when I'm single, I know how to be single. I was talking to my partner about this too. And this is some real game for you cats. In a nutshell, what I said was, I've been single a lot of my life, but I was never really single. I just wasn't committed to a person, But I was never single and unhappy because I was always happy with myself. But the point is I learned over time to be by myself, and that's something that I didn't know how to do at first. This is the problem. I got being by myself confused with being single. I know that sounds like that's some real shit that I just said. I confused being by myself with being single. So a lot of y'all is by yourself. A lot of y'all is by yourself in relationships. A lot of people are in relationships still by themselves. And a lot of people who are single is in relationships. You see how it works? Either you in a relationship with somebody who's in a relationship, or in your mind you're in a relationship with somebody. Vice versa, dudes, they be fantasizing about these women. Women don't even be knowing who they is, their last name, nothing about them. And these guys have all these feelings invested, So I learned to be alone, not just be single. And so the value of relationships to me may not match yours. So we can't even have a conversation about it because the value is different. You can't really push your values on me because our lives and experiences ain't the same. So don't ask me that question no more. Ask yourself, are you ready to settle down? Are you ready to start a family? Are you ready to only see one person? Or settle down may not even mean that. Settle down may be go live by the lake and fish every day. You get what I'm saying? Settle down for me may be getting a job. You know what? I'm going to tell you, it could be getting me a writing job to where I'm writing for somebody else, because it's easy to write for myself. Maybe, I'm not even necessarily saying I want to do that. You get what I mean? You see what I'm saying? I don't necessarily want to do that, but what I'm saying is, since I'm used to writing for myself, and it's a habit of mine. So who's to say that, I can't be writing for magazines or editorials, just things of that, for companies, and that's not where I'm at today. But hey, maybe when I turn 50, I'll be doing something else, but I'll be using my same skill set. I'll use my writing skills to be writing speeches for people, and it can be anything, man. So We're all on different time spans. When you want to settle down, what does that look like for you? Evaluate your life and have that conversation with yourself, player. That's the best way I can tell you, you know? And lastly, if you do want to have a conversation, think of conversations as more of exchange of ideas. Don't always, it's just like doing a podcast. Sometimes I just hit people up just to talk, to exchange ideas. I don't necessarily need them to help me solve my problem. Maybe the problem is solved just by them listening to me talk. You never know. And I hope y'all enjoy listening to me talk right now. Let me know in the chat, in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, and go check out all my old past content. Check me out on Patreon as well. Exclusive live that you'll never see on YouTube again. Peace.